All right, and we're back. That was a different kind of clap. I clapped my paper there that time. Uh, we're back with a another edition of the Scotty No Show. This week, earlier you probably heard our interview with John Hunt of the Pear Trappers. Now we have my guy Brady Groves. Brady, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. For those that don't know you, give like a brief description of yourself.
Oh goodness, where to begin? So I met Scotty in Hill City, of course. Hill City natives, or not natives, but brethren. I think that's the better way to put that. Grew up Hill City, went to BH for college. Currently now the assistant golf pro out of the Rapid City Elks, and not much is going on. Just kind of getting ready for the season and getting excited. That's for sure.
Yeah, I before we got on here, I told you just exude. You look like a golfer.
A
You
little
do.
bit.
You've got
Yeah,
you've got
definitely.
the polo.
Oh yeah.
You've got the Callaway hat.
Yep. Gotta
Um,
have that. Gotta have that.
I'm sure you probably have a Titleist golf ball
Oh
in
no, no,
somewhere
no,
near you.
no
No?
Titleist. Nope, no Titleist. We don't play Titleist. I got Callaway's. Callaway Chrome Softs are right. They're actually just about arm's reach away. I got about 6 dozen of them just
Oh
waiting to
my
be played.
God! It is
So,
is that your preferred golf ball?
uh, no, but so I'm on staff with Callaway, so they give me clubs, golf balls, gloves a year, and I promote their brand. So, if someone wants to give me free golf balls, I'll definitely play them.
That's awesome. Um, you golfed in high school, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if you can call that golf, but I was out there anyway.
Okay, because I could have sworn I swear you and I might have been golf teammates at one point.
Yeah, I want to say I was in seventh or eighth grade. I was,
Yeah,
out there practicing with you guys.
I golfed for like 2 weeks and realized that that meant that we had to practice up at Hart Ranch, which was
Yep.
like maybe 20 minutes away from my house, but
Yep.
that's still a lot of gas mileage.
Yeah, both ways,
So
5 days a week. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, it
um,
was, that was definitely a jaunt, but that was a great course to practice at. We
yeah.
had it very lucky, that's for sure.
I remember very distinctly one practice round. I hit it into the bunker on some hole, and it was like it's a bunker that's right by the hole. And Mr. Christian was standing there, and I almost nailed him with a golf ball, hitting it out of the bunker.
Oh goodness. Bunkers are tricky. Bunkers are tricky. They take a lot of practice, that's for sure.
Yeah. Um, are you a? I think it's on both platforms, but are you a PlayStation or Xbox guy?
So I used to have a PS. Well, I still do have my PS4, but most of my friends had the Xbox One, so I ended up switching over probably 2 years ago. I switched over and went to the Xbox.
Okay. Have you played? I believe it used to be called the Golf Club. I think it's just like PGA Tour.
Yep,
But
I usually play that one about an hour and a half before bed each night, just kind of,
oh wow.
or if I'm gonna go play golf the next day, I hop on and see what good golf looks like to try to
Okay.
prepare.
Um, I asked that because I'm in the middle of my career on that,
Gotcha.
and I'm playing in a tournament. I'm not going to say what tournament because it might be picked, but
Gotcha.
I currently have like a 7 stroke lead
Oh,
on like Patrick Cantlay or something like
gotcha.
that.
So we need to got to turn up the difficulty then, make
I
those guys a little
prob
harder.
probably either that or honestly, when I'm playing it, I'll be honest, I'm probably under the influences of some substances.
Gotcha.
So it's like, if you I don't have it on. I have it on normal mode. I think
Okay.
not
Gotcha.
easy on normal. So
Okay. All right. All
four
right.
four rounds playing all 18 holes.
That a boy.
So
That a boy. Dedicated then, because
oh
that
yeah,
takes those 4 round tournaments take quite a bit of your time. That's for
oh
sure.
yeah. I usually only play like a round a night,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's fair. Yeah, that's plenty of golf. That's true for sure.
So we're gonna get into a few topics before we get into our master stock.
Gotcha.
Last week, I think it was last week at the what was that the Oscars? Yes, the Oscars. Will Smith, of course, slapped Chris Rock. Meanwhile, his cousin D just stood there in the Chris Rock's cousin The Rock stood there just watching, not doing a thing.
Yeah.
I joke about that, and then I saw somewhere on the news today that Chris Rock has a brother, and I think his name is like Kevin. So it's like Kevin Rock. That is a hell of a fucking name.
Yeah, that family did him a lot of favors. That's for sure.
Oh my god. So what were your thoughts on that?
To be honest with you, I didn't even know the Oscars was going on until that video came out the next day.
A lot of people didn't.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I knew it was award season, but I was like, oh, I didn't know the Oscars were here. I definitely think he regrets it. I definitely get what he was trying to do, standing up for his wife, but I don't think you need to get up there and slap him on national TV. That's
No.
for sure.
No. And also like I think Netflix dropped a couple of like movie projects that he was going to work on. It's a bad couple of weeks for movie actors and movie projects being dropped.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, but every action has consequences, so you got to make sure you're doing the right thing, especially in the spotlight.
Yep. The other actor I was referring to there was this just happened today. Ezra Miller. I don't know if you know who that is.
Can't say I do. No.
He's the guy who plays the Flash in the Justice League movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's had some erratic behavior on set and stuff, and so their Warner Brothers is now pausing all projects with him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like he's had the cops called on him 10 times in the past month.
Oh.
So it's bad.
Yeah. Wow. You're in a position like that, and then you just, you can't behave yourself enough to keep your job, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not easy being famous, having everybody know who you are and trying to talk to you and want your photo and all that. But man, that would be a tough spot.
Yeah.
It'd be a very tough spot.
Honestly, it's always like if they end up having to replace him, I know of a guy that they should replace him with. It's the guy they have on the TV show. Well, if you have Grant Gustin right there, have him in the movie.
Yeah, he does a great job. I love watching the Flash on the TV show. So he'd fill in and it wouldn't be a problem. Just be another day at the office for
him. The SDSU women's basketball team won the WNIT. They absolutely destroyed Seton Hall.
Yeah,
obviously you didn't go there. I did, but what was your thoughts on that? It's great for the state, honestly.
Oh, it's great. And actually, I was originally supposed to go to SDSU, and then I changed last minute and went to BH. But yeah, I thought that was awesome. They played great all tournament. They were a lot of fun to watch. So of course, working out at the Elks, going next door to our event center, there's a bunch of SDSU alumni, and that's all they could talk about when they'd come into the pro shop, or you'd catch them over there and they're like, oh, you're gonna watch the game, it's like, yep, I'm gonna watch it. And then come in the next day. It's great to see. It's great to the Frost Arena, everyone got to see what that looks like. That's I couldn't be happier for them in the state, that's for sure.
And that run actually proved pretty crucial with SDSU's men's and women's teams. They combined for 59 wins, which is an NCAA high.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. That's
yes,
awesome.
A combined basketball program wins. That's a NCAA high. It's higher than Baylor's. It's higher than Gonzaga's. Wow. Like Baylor and Gonzaga, I think only had 55 combined wins between their men's and women's program. Wow. SDSU had 59.
Wow, that's crazy, because you think of the good Baylor teams, and especially the women's side of the Baylor teams, and then the men haven't been the best all the time, but these last 2 years they've really came on. It's just it's hard to believe.
Last year they won. So
yeah, exactly. It's just I it's hard to believe that stat, but it's definitely like good for them. That means they got some great coaches doing some great recruiting, great development. Hopefully they can keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna skip one thing here. Oh, okay, so let's talk about the national championship game on Monday.
Oh, gonna break my heart.
Are you a UNC fan?
I am.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I
That's
am.
unfortunate.
Hey, we ruined Coach K's life twice this year. I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy.
you did. You know what the interesting stat about Coach K is that his first ever loss as a Duke head coach came against North Carolina.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's really cool.
His first game as head coach, they beat Stetson and beat a cupcake. Next game they played like a classic. It was like some sort of like, kind of like a preseason or early season tournament, kind of like how everybody else does them. This was in like 1980. They played North Carolina and lost. So his first and last losses were against North Carolina.
Wow, that's awesome. I also saw a stat he played North Carolina 100 times and it was 50-50.
Yep.
I was like, you just can't beat that. That's tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, that Baycott injury, I feel like was the turning point.
It was. It definitely was. I agree. But that's why there's there's 40 minutes. You gotta compete all 40.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought you and I have a shared liking of some team. I know that much.
I know it's not college football.
That's right. You're an OU fan, aren't you?
I sure am. Boomer Sooner.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I swear we have the same team for something. But
is it NBA maybe?
Who's your NBA team?
The Heat.
No, I'm a Knicks fan.
Oh goodness. What?
You're a Bronco guy, aren't you?
Oh goodness, no. I guess so. About 2 years ago, I kind of stopped following the NFL, and I just kind of started following players. So I've kind of been a Browns fan lately because of
Ooh, that might have been it.
Because my boy Baker, but now he's not going to be there anymore. So I guess I'm a free agent as well.
Yeah. Both you and I are Baker guys. I think that's where it all.
That's where it is.
Where it is. Like Baker, even though he hates Texas, he's from Texas, but he hates Texas.
Lake Travis. Yep, Lake Travis, just down the road.
Yeah. I like the swagger he played with. The Johnny Manziel-esque cockiness. Like that. That's the kind of player I like. The player that brings a little excitement to the game.
Definitely. I think him not doing that in the pros is kind of what's hurting his play lately. He just doesn't seem like he's confident. Doesn't seem like he's having fun out there. And the best Baker is the Baker that's cocky and having fun, because then he's just slinging it, putting the ball where it needs to be. I mean, there's a reason he won the Heisman in college. That's for sure.
Where do you think he goes?
Oh, my original hope was he was going to go to New Orleans, but I don't see that happening. I kind of hope the Browns cut him and he goes and follows Brady for a year and just kind of really learns what it takes to be a pro, learns from Brady, and then takes over in Tampa after that.
That's one thing that that's the other thing. I feel like you're also a Brady guy.
I am. So I mean, growing up, I was a Patriots fan, and the big one was because when I wore a Tom Brady jersey, it had my name on the back. And, they just kept winning. So you just can't quit at that point. So
yeah, I don't know what more to say. I was kind of in a tough spot for that game. On one hand, it's the arch rival North Carolina. On the other hand, I dislike Kansas, but for a reason that has nothing to do with basketball.
Is it the overtime game in Austin this cup last year?
No.
Texas? No. That was a good one.
So in the third grade, this was pre Hill City years. So gotcha. I'm at Lyman. It's the third grade. We had pen pals.
Okay.
And my pen pal was from Lawrence, and she was like a big Kansas Jayhawks fan.
Gotcha.
And she wrote me, I wrote her, and then she never wrote me back. and
Oh,
I've wondered what happened to that girl. I'm wondering, how she is, if she's married and has kids. I wonder all these things, and it's been
gotcha.
bugging me for like 20 years.
Understandable, understandable, definitely.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're not a big pro wrestling guy, but this past weekend was WrestleMania, and there was a whole lot of interesting happenings.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't watch, so you'll have to fill me in.
Okay, so Pat McAfee, who I'm
Okay.
sure you
Oh
know
yeah.
of,
Oh yeah, no Pat.
former punter of the Indianapolis Colts. He had two matches. He won his first one against a kid from from Atlanta named Austin Theory, and then he faced 76-year-old Vince McMahon,
Okay. All right.
and he lost after Vince McMahon punted a football into Pat's ribs.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Which
Ow.
even as a 76-year-old, he's still got a little bit of power behind that. I mean, he looked jacked as hell.
Yeah, he always looks like he's been in the gym doing something.
And then, after the match was over, Stone Cold Steve Austin came down, stunned Austin Theory, and then gave Vince McMahon the worst Stone Cold stunner I've ever seen in my entire life.
Good.
And then he stunned Pat McAfee.
Oh.
And Pat McAfee at the end, he's just you see like Pat just like drinking a beer, and that's where that gif of Pat like drinking a beer on the side of the ring, that's where that comes from.
Okay.
By the way, what's the dog's name?
Oh, that's Parker.
Okay, what's the where did you get that name from?
Mom and I were just kind of talking. We were just throwing out names we liked. That's one we just agreed on. There's no no real special reason to it at all,
Okay,
to be honest with you. It just kind of fit.
I did
what we went with.
I didn't know if you had been to the Denver suburb of Parker, or
I've been there before.
have you?
He's from Calhoun, Colorado, which is kind of close to
Yeah,
Parker. But it's just kind of what worked, and he kind of does his own thing. As you can see, he just wanders back and
you,
forth.
you could be a fan of, I don't know what team he plays for now, Devontae Parker.
Possibly. That's a good chance of that. You can see it.
But yeah, Pat, that happened. Trying to remember, Logan Paul had a match,
Oh
and
wow.
then he got his partner turned on him.
Oh.
It was the Miz. The Miz turned on Logan Paul.
Oh wow.
Johnny Knoxville had a match and he won it.
Really?
Yes,
Isn't
and
he's what, like 60, 70 years old by now?
Johnny, he's probably in his 50s.
Oh, but all the damage he's done to his
Oh
body,
yeah, yeah,
he's got to be older than
yeah.
that.
So and Chris Pontius was there. He was
Oh
involved
wow.
in the match. He was full party boy. He went with like leather denim thong and everything. And Pat McAfee's on the things like his ass cheeks are out. Oh my god.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
We man body slammed a guy.
No way.
Yeah, we man body slammed a guy. It was
Have you seen that
greatest thing
video?
ever.
It had to do with like Wee Man size, and it was like they do something and then it show like a toothpick hitting the guy and like falling off. I'm like, oh, you guys don't gotta do Wee Man like that. Come on.
The best part of the entire match was it was decided by a giant mousetrap that somehow Johnny Knoxville knew, because it didn't work initially, and then Johnny Knoxville somehow knows the machinations of how a mousetrap works, and so he got it to work.
Yeah, can't say I'm surprised by that. Not at all.
It sometimes the things that you describe in pro wrestling sound so silly that like even you can't believe that they happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never would have guessed that. That's for sure.
What kind of music you like?
Oh goodness, I kind of listen to a little bit of everything. All-time favorite song is "Sugar We're Going Down" by Fall Out Boy.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably have a few Foo Fighters songs on your
Oh yeah.
playlist.
There's a couple in there.
Unfortunately, of course, Taylor Hawkins, their drummer, passed away recently. Just thoughts and prayers out to him and the Foo Fighters family.
Definitely. That's
Yeah.
it was unfortunate. He's very talented. He's gonna be missed.
You have a favorite Foo Fighters song?
Oh, let me look that one up. I can tell you which one I played the most.
Oh, I mean, the thing about him dying that made me feel very bad about it was the Foo Fighters have they have this side project that they had just like an album, like a side project album. It's called like Dream Widow, I think is the name of the band, but it's the Foo Fighters. It's a like a thrash metal band that Dave Grohl has.
That sounds pretty cool.
And I was like, I was writing, my music reviews, and I'm like, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I hate it. All I know is that I can't review it because I don't understand it. And then later that day, Taylor Hawkins died.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, shit.
Yeah. Well, not a good day to review it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But Everlong.
Okay, that's a good one. Mine's Monkey Wrench.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You mastered on Guitar Hero, didn't you?
I don't know if mastered, but I definitely played it a lot. That was one of those songs I always went back to.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about the Masters. I believe Tiger Woods is playing.
Officially, well, I guess a lot can happen between now and tomorrow morning, but he's supposed to tee off, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think it was yesterday or the day before they had the dinner that they always have at the Masters.
Yep.
And that brings the question, what would you have it for your Masters meal?
Oh, goodness. Oh, honestly, I think I'd keep it simple. Let's have a steak, some mashed potatoes, some brown gravy, some green beans, appetizers. Goodness, where can you go with appetizers? Maybe some cheese balls, mozzarella sticks for appetizers. Dessert, we got to do a cup of dirt. That's definitely got to be the dessert.
What exactly do you mean by a cup of dirt?
So just ice cream, Oreos, gummy worms.
Exactly what I just reviewed.
Yeah, just the review. Yeah. That's an all-time go-to for me.
Yeah. Mine would be kind of like what you would have. I would have specifically T-bones.
Okay.
Some like ranch, maybe ranch garlic mashed potatoes, maybe.
Ooh.
Some seasoned green beans, some asparagus. And then probably for dessert, it has to be like strawberry cheesecake.
Ooh, good call. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd attend that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Who are some of your favorites for the Masters?
As in who I think could win it or who I want to win it?
A little bit of both. I have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names.
Okay. So obviously Tiger, you can't, one of the best ever. Would love to see him win another one. Don't think it's going to happen, but we could hope. JT's actually in my pick to win it. I like the things he's doing right now. You got to throw in John Rahm. I think Colin Morikawa is going to be a dark horse. Maybe not a dark horse. He's a really good player, but some people aren't talking well about him. Goodness, who else is in the field?
I love how you've picked almost every single one. So obviously, Rahm, JT, Morikawa. I love Brooks Koepka. It's well known. I love Brooks Koepka.
Jalen's rolling his eyes at you right now.
I know he is.
That's one of his least favorite players.
Screw Bryson DeChambeau. Get him out of my face.
I'm right there with you. I'm a Brooksy guy. Give me
Brooksy. Yeah.
Give me champion Major Brooksy. That guy he's dangerous.
I'm always interested in what Max Homa does.
Me too. I don't know if he's got the firepower.
I don't either.
I don't know if
But
firepower is the right word because he smokes it off the tee, but there's just something about him that just I don't know if I could feel I could see a top 20 from him, but I don't know if I could see a top 10 or a top 5.
and there was a video. I don't know. Were they doing like a par 3 contest today or something like that?
Yep, the par 3 contest finally came back after a 2-year hiatus.
So I saw a video of this person's kid running to the greens. Tommy Fleetwood is on my list.
Oh, I am not a Fleetwood guy at
You're
all.
not a Fleetwood guy?
I can't stand Fleetwood, not even a little bit. Oh, that guy. Oh, he bugs me. No, you're good. I mean, he's a great player, but I can't. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
I also have a favorite T group. We've already talked about John Rahm. Patrick Cantlay and Will Zalatoris. All 3 of those are in the same T group. That is awesome.
That's going to be a great group to follow. I'm a little disappointed in Tiger's group. I mean, Joaquin Niemann, good player, but not who should be playing with Tiger. And Louis Oosthuizen, come on, like he should have been paired with like JT and Spieth. Telling me that doesn't get viewership.
That would be awesome.
That would have been the best, probably the best pairing ever.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Oosthuizen the one that wears the stupid pants?
I don't think so. He's usually the guy that leads for the first 2 days and then fades. I think the guy with the pants, Ian Poulter, I think.
That's who it is.
I also don't like Ian Poulter, but that's for a completely different reason.
What's your feelings about Tony Finau?
I'm a big Tone guy, but he doesn't seem to get it done when it matters.
I know.
I definitely like him. If he won, I'd be happy, but there's just something he just can't quite get over that hump. So
yeah. And also like, I mean, there's always the standbys, the Phils and such. Bubba Watson. A lot of people like him.
I'm on the fence with him. He's a great player, but there's just something about him that I can't like. Do I root for him? No. Do I root against him? No. There's just something about him. I don't know what it is. I think it's because he hits those stupid shots where his hands are all weird. And then, you get people, well, I want to hit it like Bubba. It's like, let's focus on just hitting the ball at all here when you're out on the range. So I get from a teaching, a golf teacher's standpoint, it's like, no, don't watch Bubba. Please don't watch Bubba. So.
And then there's always what I like to call the frat boy of the group. And you might be thinking I'm talking about John Daly. I'm actually talking about Patrick Reed.
Oh, P. Reed, the cheater himself.
Yeah, Mr. Imagine Dragons himself.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You either like the guy or you don't like him.
Yeah,
I feel like most people don't like him.
Yeah, so. I like how much he's hated. That's the thing.
I think he does too. To be honest with you, I really think he enjoys that nobody likes him.
He seems like a wrestling heel. He seems like a bad guy that thinks he's so virtuous and so great, but he's just a douchebag.
Yeah, and I mean he plays PXG, so like
Oh jeez.
Yeah, so it kind of fits in.
So now we're going to our golf tournament draft. I will note that yes, the majors are available.
Okay.
If you can be specific with the course, if you can.
Gotcha. Yep, we can do that. We can definitely do that.
Okay. Do you have a second screen that you're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my notes over here on things.
I was gonna say you and Jalen are exactly the same in that aspect.
Yeah. I mean, I picked some things up from living with him for almost 2 years. That's for sure.
Yeah. So do you want to go first?
Sure. I'll take the number 1 pick. I'm going to go the Masters, of course. That to me, that's the most important golf tournament. Each and every year, it's kind of, it's the only one that people really tune into that aren't golf fans because they're like, oh, it's the Masters. We gotta watch the Masters.
Yeah. Yes. Brad Nessler Jim Nance is fantastic with the "Hello, friends," and all that commercials.
Yep, and Butler Cabin.
Yeah,
just all the great
Amen
tradition.
Corner.
Amen Corner. Pimento cheese sandwiches. Just goes on and on.
This is going to sound like a weird question, but when you think golf announcers, who's the first one you think of?
Probably Nance. It's got to be Nance.
I think Vern Lundquist.
Really?
Yes, because if you remember Happy Gilmore, he's the announcer.
He is. I forgot about that.
Yes,
I totally forgot about that.
Around this time of year, do you have like a golf movie that you like to watch?
Oh, probably Happy Gilmore. That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 Cups pretty close just because of all the great lines, but definitely. Caddyshack's up there too.
Yeah.
I'm a big Caddyshack guy.
Up until a couple of years ago, I had never seen Caddyshack.
Really?
I don't think I've ever seen Tin Cup.
Oh, highly recommend it. Recommend it.
Okay,
is that with Kevin Costner?
Yeah, it's Costner. Is his name like Will McAvoy or something like that? James McAvoy or something like that.
I think you got the last name right. Roy.
Yeah.
Roy. It's
Roy McAvoy. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. It's you're gonna laugh. It's pretty funny.
But by the way, where do we stand on Rory McIlroy?
Oh goodness. I like the guy. I definitely don't have anything against him. I don't ever see him winning another major. His short game is he just can't chip. His putting's hit or miss. Great driver of the ball, good iron player, but man, if he has to chip or putt, it's to win. It's not looking good. And I like, this is gonna sound bad. Ever since he became a dad, I don't think he golfs to golf anymore. He doesn't golf to try out and win. He's got other priorities, which I understand. He's got a kid, but I don't see him winning another major.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to my first pick. And it's the pick that I, historically, I love it. It's the Waste Management Open in Phoenix.
I'm gonna have to highlight that because that was also on my list.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing about it. It's always Super Bowl weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Always Super Bowl weekend. Next year, the Super Bowl is in Phoenix.
Oh, wow.
So you have the Super Bowl and the Waste Management Open at the same time.
That sounds like a big party.
Holy cow. Phoenix is going to destroy itself.
Yeah, that, the Waste Management itself is a big party. So now you throw in the Super Bowl too. That'd be a fun town to be in for a few days. That's for sure.
Yep. All right. We're going to snake around here. I'm going to go with the tournament that I'm playing in right now on the video game, the Shriners Open in Las Vegas.
That's a good one. That's always a good one. That's always seems like there's always good guys showing up to play in that one. Yep. So it gets a lot of coverage. It's for a great cause, of course. So yeah. And the course it's a great course. I actually drove by it when I was there in November, and I was like, oh, one day I'm gonna go play there.
Yeah.
It's a good pick. That's a good pick.
And I think, I could be wrong, but I think that's where they played did they play the match between Brooks and Bryson at the same course? I know Las Vegas has a bunch of different courses.
Yeah, they have quite a few. I'm not sure on that. I think I watched the first two holes of the match versus Bryson and Brooks, and it was just not interested.
It was not good. No, I'm gonna be honest. It was not good. I watched the entire thing. It was like once Brooks got like a lead on Bryson, Bryson stopped being entertaining.
Yeah, it was over. I think I get the match. A lot of that goes to charity, but after the Brady Manning one, they probably should have just stopped.
Yeah,
that was peak.
Unless they get, God forbid, can you imagine if they got Jordan and Barkley?
Oh my! I think they'd have to do a tape delay because there'd definitely be some words said that they could have on live TV.
Yeah. What's your second pick?
So it's going to be the Ryder Cup. Unfortunately, I don't have a course, because it changes each year.
Yeah.
It's just more the format of, America versus Europe, and there's 4-ball, there's everybody plays their ball, there's matchup, there's this, there's that. It just seems to have everything that I'm always tuning in, always paying attention, always seeing what's going on. Of course, rooting for Team USA. Can't do that. And they last September or October, they put it to those Europe boys. So about time.
And it always features like two players that are predominantly rivals teaming up with each other, like Brooks and Bryson on the same team. I know
Tiger and Phil.
Phil. Probably what, Spieth and Reed.
Yeah, probably those two don't seem to get along. That's for sure.
That's a good one. What's your third pick?
I'm gonna go with the players. That was last month. Cam Smith won it, and it's a great course. It's a great tournament. It's kind of the 5th unofficial major of each year. Kind of really gets the season going, in my opinion. Great course. TPC Sawgrass is absolutely fun. 16, 17, and 18, 3 of the hardest holes ever to finish a golf tournament on, and especially the weather this year when they do it. The 3rd round didn't start till Sunday night, and to get it all done, it was just unbelievable, in that wind and everything. So that's definitely one of my favorite tournaments.
I had that on my list. I mean, for one, a lot of these that I have on my list because you watch the tournament play out. You see the scenery surrounding the tournament, not necessarily the golf itself, but like the scenery, and you're like, God, it'd be great to play on that course, or just like walk it, or just be there.
Yeah, just go watch. That's one year I do want to make it down to the players, just to go watch.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot of fun.
Is that the one that's not the Tiger run one, is it?
I believe it's the better than most one.
Okay.
I want to say, I could be wrong on that, because I can't always remember.
I know there's a Tiger tournament in Florida somewhere.
Oh no, the players isn't that one.
Okay.
Which one is? Oh goodness, which one is? I can't think of what the Tiger one is in Florida. I know he has. I can't say that one. It's on my list in case we get to it.
No. When you figure it out, get
back to you.
Get back to you. I'm gonna go with my second pick. It's a different kind of pick. It's the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Okay. Why? Why?
Well, for one, it's Pebble Beach. It's arguably a top 10 course in America. Okay. It's California. Got good vibes in California.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's a Pro-Am. So you have the pros, then you have the amateurs, and the amateurs are sometimes still pro. Like I feel like that's the tournament that Romo and Steph Curry sometimes play in.
Yep. Larry Fitzgerald, unbelievable golfer, really good.
It's really good. Justin Timberlake.
That one surprises me. That one really does. I did not see that one coming from him by any means.
Yeah. And just like the mixture of the pros and the celebrities, it's a lot of eyeballs, and there's also an aspect of it that reminds me of, again, we're going back to Happy Gilmore and Bob Barker playing with each other.
Price is wrong.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. No, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
All right, and my third pick, and it has to be specifically at this course.
Okay.
It's the U.S. Open at Bethpage Black.
Okay. Okay.
It's a part of New York that I feel like not a lot of people know about. That there's a part of New York that is like wooded, got a lot of hills, got a lot of trees, and it's just beautiful. And Bethpage Black is a beautiful, beautiful course.
It is. And, it really challenges those guys, especially the back nine. Sometimes, they have a sign that says, if you can't shoot this number at this course, don't even try the back nine. It's that hard. So to see these guys go out there and, shoot under par on it, it's just unbelievable.
All right. And what's your fourth and fifth picks?
So my fourth one, I didn't ask if it was okay, but we're going to go with an LPGA event.
Ooh.
It's the KPMG Women's PGA Championship at Congressional Country Club in Maryland. It's I love watching the ladies play. They have such a great, they play great courses as well, but they play from yardage where amateur men play from, roughly the same equipment. Their swings are phenomenal, tempo wise.
What was it called again?
The KPMG Women's PGA Championship.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Just a great one. You can't beat it. And then my last pick, goodness, I got so many good ones on here. I think I'm going to go, just because this tournament, it's after the Masters, so it kind of gets overlooked, is the RBC Heritage at Harbor Town Golf Links in Hilton, South Carolina. Fantastic course, great views of the ocean. But like I said, it's right after the Masters, so most people just don't pay attention to it.
South Carolina, that's a interesting part of the country. That's actually, isn't that where Outer Banks is supposed to be?
I think so.
I
think I know I've seen, Outer Banks, but I guess I haven't paid attention to where they're
but like South Carolina, they have a few good golf courses.
Quite a few. They have some great ones. I mean, Kiowa, where Phil won last year.
Yep.
That's a South Carolina course. I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting just off the top of my head.
All right. So now I'm down. I've got 4 options here. Actually, let's see here. I have 4 options. I can pick 2 of them.
Yep.
So with my 4th pick, I'm going to go with the British Open at St. Andrews.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a fun course.
It's a challenging course though. Like that's the course that when they say, you're not playing against another golfer, you're playing against the course. That's the course they're thinking of. St. Andrews.
I agree. So they have like 3 courses. Are you talking the old course where they're going to play this year?
Yes, the old course. The one that they play every like 5 years or so.
Yep. So that's where they're playing this year for the Open, and I'm excited. Definitely be tuning in for that one.
So you call it the Open?
Yeah, I know it's the British Open, but I just call it the Open.
I've always called it the British Open.
Yeah.
But my final one, I have to go with it. It's the Arnold Palmer Invite in Bay Hill.
Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, obviously growing up, big Arnold Palmer guy. No, wait, those are Jack Nicklaus clubs. Never mind. I was going to say, I thought I had some of his clubs. I've definitely had his drink, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Few times.
Yeah. And, a tournament named after him in a beautiful part of Florida that, just looking out at like the water and stuff that they have out there, incredible course. Incredible.
Yeah. I want to say it's played either the week before the Players or 2 weeks before the Players. So it kind of gets overlooked a little bit, but it's a great pick. That's a fun course. That's for sure.
Yeah. My honorable mentions, the Century Tournament of Champions in Maui, because for one, it's Maui.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mentioned it to you privately when we were talking about this, the John Deere Classic.
Yeah. And see, that one surprises me. That tournament doesn't seem to be everybody's favorite. It seems like a lot of people skip that one.
Yeah, I agree, but it's in Illinois, and I've actually driven around that area of Illinois before. Okay. It's a beautiful part of the country.
Gotcha.
Which, honestly, come to think of it, there's not very many bad parts of this country.
Very few, that's for sure.
Which I think that's what we're getting at here. But Yeah, that's a great course.
Yeah. So I got two honorable mentions as well here for you. The WGC Dell Technologies match play at
Yep.
Austin Country Club. That
Yep.
I just love. I like seeing these guys compete against each other. That's starts on a Wednesday, ends on a Sunday, so it's like they're just getting a bunch of golf in. So
It's kind of Spieth's home course almost.
it is. It really is.
Yeah.
Even he said that he always plays in that one because of that reason. And then the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
Ooh,
That one
yep.
is a good favorite of mine. Seeing the guys pair up and play each other. Those are two good. We didn't talk about, but they're both great events.
What's your? I mean, obviously you work at a golf course, but you can say that if you want to. But what's your favorite golf course that you've played?
Man, that is tough. So I haven't played a bunch out of state. A lot of it's been in this area: Custer, Hot Springs, Rapid City. Oh goodness,
Because I have a favorite and it's not far from where you're at.
gotcha. Oh wow, I can't. How do you just pick one?
Yeah.
I would say I think my favorite has to be Arrowhead. That's here in Rapid City, just because it's a private club. You gotta know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody.
Yep.
Luckily, working in the golf industry, that was a little more streamlined for me. But I had an absolute blast. Didn't play well that day, but I just had a blast playing it. Just knowing that this is few people get to actually be here and play this course. And then of course the Rapid City Elks is 1B. That's for public course. That one's definitely my favorite.
The course that I love playing back when I played more often than I do now, which is almost never. It's not far from Spearfish. It's I believe it's called the Elkhorn Ridge golf course.
That one's a lot of fun. Have you played? So they built the back nine a few years ago. Have you played that? Yeah. So
I have not played since they did that.
Oh wow, yeah. I'd recommend going and playing it. It's beautiful. The first hole is kind of hard, but then after that, you kind of go through the canyon on the back, and it's just great scenery. I definitely recommend playing that one. That one's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
very hard, but a lot of fun.
I mean, I take it you probably played the Spearfish course.
So I played it when I was a kid, and they recently just kind of redid it all, and I haven't been up there and played that one yet.
Okay.
So now the back nine's the front nine now, and then the old front nine's the back nine, and they changed some holes, and I haven't been up there and played it yet. It's on the list to play, but of course, summertime is busy, very busy.
Yeah. I've played the one that we have here. I've played Hillsview once. I've played Medicine Creek, which I think is down in Presho.
Oh, yep. I think I played that one. Jalen and I've been there.
Yep. Awesome course. That's actually the closest I've ever come to a hole in one on that course.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I just hit a monster tee shot, got like 3 feet from the hole on like a par 4 or par 3, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say par 4. Jesus Christ!
You really.
God damn.
You really got after it. If you par 4.
Yeah, but it's like a par 3. There's like a little bit, like a little, what do you call that? Like a creek right before the hole, and then you get over that creek, and yeah, that was literally the best golf shot I've ever hit.
That's awesome.
So, some golf shots you have just burned in your brain.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. The course I got my one and only hole in one on doesn't even exist anymore. So I remember, LaCroix Links, that's over on kind of the south side of Rapid here. They turned it into a disc golf course now. So I guess it's still there.
Okay.
But you just can't play real golf on it anymore. So.
Heart Ranch is okay. I like Heart Ranch.
I also enjoy Heart Ranch. That's a good one.
There's that golf course in Custer that I think it's
Rocky
Custer.
Knolls?
Yeah, which I believe that's where they I don't think they hold it anymore. The Gins Cup or whatever.
That used to be where it was. That's actually, growing up in Hill City, being a kid, that's where you went and played golf. You always went down to Custer. just because
Oh, okay. You guys went down to Custer?
not in high school, but
Okay.
like when I'd go golfing with my dad or
Okay.
just want to go play some golf, you go down to Custer because Custer's what, like 15 minutes away or whatever,
Yeah.
however close it was.
Yeah.
Hop, skip, and a jump, and you could be there. So,
Yeah.
fun course, challenging course. It's really cool though how you kind of go through the hills and then all of a sudden you're back over there by the road, and yeah, fun course.
Yep. So this is probably stay on for the post show, but this is probably where I leave you because I have trivia in 17 minutes.
Oh yeah,
So,
you got to get to that.
Yeah. So it's movie trivia. I have to find a movie t-shirt somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because bonus points. You gotta get all the bonus points you can have.
Exactly. You can never have too many points.
Yeah. So you have any closing thoughts?
They added 35 yards to the course this year.
Really?
So, yep. So watch out for that.
Okay.
So that's about all. That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.